Hey guys, alright, let's create some wood. I'm using the DS4 to make this, so I apologize if it's a bit slow. Anyway, let's go into sculpt mode, get a sphere. Some of you might recognize this as the John Beach method, but it's slightly different. So I'm going into edit mode here, which is L1 plus square. You want to try and lengthen this a bit. Change the cut section, the top right here, so that you remove half of it and then give it a bit of a hole. And you want to try and get the actual sort of rim here to be thin. You'll see why in a bit, but it sort of helps with the actual wood grain. So let's lengthen this a bit, get this a bit bigger, and then we can minimize it if we need to. Okay, so next the color of the wood itself. You could either press the touchpad, which gets you straight into the color wheel, or just go here and choose this, and you can see that the wood color is changing a bit on its own itself. Next, you want to change it to smear mode. If it's not already in smear, which you can see in the middle of the screen here, it says stamp. Press L1 and triangle, so that changes it to smear. Make sure that the looseness is set to the minimum, and then you just want to sort of give it a smear. Give it as many layers as you want, just go in and out, try and form a nice grainy pattern in the inside. Now, once you're done, here's the thing. This is just, ooh, where did you come from? Right, move away. Here's a tool that not many people use, but you want to go back into editing your sculpture. Go here, and then choose cutout. So, if you want a wooden plank, let's try and get a plank shape from this. Maybe a bit smaller. How about something like that? Yeah, that looks good. And then, if you just go inside the sculpture itself, you can basically cut off a plank. So you want to try and find a location where perhaps you can see it to be a bit more grainy. And if it's not working, usually what can help is just putting the blend amount in a slight bit. Oops, too much. It's still hard using the DS4 for this. Yeah, then find a location where you see a good amount of grain, or you can even sort of tilt this a bit, and then cut it up. So now you'll have two different structures, one which is this, one which is the one you just cut out, and as you can see, you've got yourself a wooden sculpture already with a bit of grain and everything. I wouldn't recommend using wood which is this smooth, so typically I'd add in a few holes and cutouts here and there. So here's an example of one that I made, and I just put a little bit of a chip here and here so it looks a bit more like a plank. Now once you have this plank, you can start constructing different things. Let's just delete this and this. Say for example you want to make a wooden bench. It's very easy, just clone this. You know, you can make the top of the bench, then just take one here, and you've got the seat for the bench. Two here. Take one, twist it around, make it smaller. So this is really going to help you with the thermal settings if you're just using the same asset to make every little thing. You just keep cloning it. And what you really want to do is, so you're using the same asset to make the whole thing, but maybe just go in and add a little bit scrapes here and there. Maybe some of it you can flip it around so it doesn't look like it's the exact same piece being repeated multiple times. So I did that, and so here's an example of something I made with that. Here's the little bench. You can see I added a few more scrapes here and there. Using the same method, you could even thin the wood out a bit and make a little wooden crate or a little wooden mug. And that's about it. Let me know what you think. Thanks guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.